At it again with the big Irish guy.
He's big?
Mick get it. No, he's not very big. No,
Alright.
He's light.
So, we've been wasting a lot of time.
You may have noticed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I mean, who knows? I might edit it out so there won't be as much grinding.
So maybe we haven't been wasting time, but we did. Trust me.
I mean, depends if the conversation's interesting or not.
It's true, and the conversations have been good. And
so if you boys haven't watched the most recent episode, you should.
Because
we pretty much.
It did carry over, and we talked AC games. We talked some overrated ones.
We talked about Anthem and just said, yeah, screw that game.
Yeah, right. I finally gave up defending Anthem because I can't anymore. It's gotten too hard. And defending Unity got a lot easier recently because everybody online decided all at once that Unity was actually a pretty good game. And I was like, I've been saying this for years, but I'm not complaining.
I'm just gonna adjust my dive right there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna teleport a little bit to the left because I'm not online for the haystack, so just give me 1 second here, boys. The only thing, if we're sprinting a little bit quicker to the line so we can become Templar and get all our useful stuff, is what? Okay, whatever. Is I might not have to take so many opportunities to put my hood on permanently.
Oh,
oh no! I didn't realize the shanty.
I think it's too far. Just go to the mission.
Alright, we're going to the mission, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Finally. Ah, yes, fiat lux. I speak Latin.
Do you? I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I speak Spanish, Portuguese, French, and a bit of Italian.
Oh, those are all
English.
based.
Those are all Latin based.
My name is Shay, and
So,
this
in
is my
that
associate
sense,
Hope.
I'm working on it. And Brazilian Portuguese, they say, is the closest
William
language
Johnson
left
told
to
us to give you
Latin.
these.
Oh.
Thank you, but I'm afraid I must delay my experiment.
Delay it? Why?
The army
This is
confiscated
Benjamin, right?
my
Yes,
lightning
this is my boy
rods. They are
Benjamin.
essential to conducting the electricity. I need to vivify your box.
Master Johnson would not want you to have to wait.
Perhaps there is something you can do then. Soldiers have been hauling things away all day. Perhaps they could tell you where they've taken my lightning rods so you could get them back.
At your service, sir.
Begin your investigation at the market near the docks. I will stay here and help with the preparation.
Sorry, are you better than me, or are you just gonna reshuffle books with Benjamin Franklin?
I mean, hard to keep a lady waiting.
I can hardly keep a lady waiting. Again, Patrick. My name is Patrick, and I do not keep ladies waiting. Twice. Oh, I could get the shanty now. In 1 second.
Oh. It's gonna want. Remember, you have to do the quick turnaround.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, is it going that way this time?
What? Does it have multiple...
Ah!
No way. No way. Am I screwed again? I can't believe this.
Oh, there you go. Oh, darn it.
Oh, the game doesn't want me to succeed. Alright.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here
we go.
Building, boys.
Oh, here we go.
Alright. No. Oh! I really wanted me to get that one in the trees, but I wasn't in the trees. Yes, thank you. I've been using Google Vision. No. I really have been using it. Thanks. Oh, is that my guy? Oh no, not a tailing mission. I hate tailing missions.
Alright, I guess since we're doing this Taylor mission, time to bring you our sponsor. It's sponsored by... No, we're not.
We're not sponsored by Pepsi.
But we'll say that until they get upset. Sponsored by Pepsi.
So I, in grade 8, on the track team, we went to provincials and I got a shirt. And the provincial shirt was from, the provincials were sponsored by Subway. So I always just said I was a Subway-sponsored athlete. And I said that for years. Nobody's given me problems. So I basically am a Subway-sponsored athlete. So hear me out. How close...
I mean, Pepsi is part of is associated with Subway, so
Is it? Yeah.
sure.
Sure,
So we're guys. We're sponsored by Pepsi and Subway.
I'm a Pepsi-sponsored gamer and a Subway-sponsored athlete.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down, not lying. I promise.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a hood on now. Let us get it. Alright, there's a permanent hood. Perfect. Just no fine. Come on. Challenge me. Challenge me! There it is. About time. Alright, let's get back on the rooftops.
Yeah.
Rough. Woof. I'm a
Also,
puppy.
we're heading over to PAX in a few weeks. So
That
that's
is
gonna be
factual.
great.
Bang. Get Jacksepticeye. The Jack that smiles back. Jap sexy guy. Which we've taken to calling him because I can't pronounce his name. But he's a very Irish lad, and I really appreciate that about him. I like him. He's a great guy.
So what
He's a great man.
is there any events currently right now that you're interested to go into?
Honestly, I don't really check. I kind of let the boys carry me around when we go to PAX. I'm very interested in being at PAX, playing the games. Last year I was very interested in the Odyssey trial, and
The Spider-Man.
we all know where that went. And I was very interested in the Spider-Man trial in particular, and we played that, and that was fun. This year I'm not honestly sure even what games are there,
Borderlands 3 might be there.
which would be very exciting.
I'm
I'd be happy
excited to
see
maybe
that.
grind that game out when it comes out. That'll be a fun
Yeah.
game to play together. And
I'm gonna have to get a PS4, so you'll have to give in if we're to play it together.
why are you getting a PS4?
Because a couple of my church friends are getting a PS4, and I promised them. But I might get it both, because
Yeah.
the moment somebody asks me to get it for the other console, I will, because we all know I spend money. It's kind of a thing.
There is one event on Friday called Geeks Who Like Sports.
Doesn't sound particularly uninteresting, and be worth
Also,
seeing.
Game Ranks has their. Do you know Game Ranks? No, they're a
I
news YouTube gaming YouTube channel
Oh,
based
cool.
in New York. They're coming to PAX. I'm really excited to see them there. So shout out to Game Ranks, even though they have like 3 million subscribers. Shout out to them. Really help your channel out.
Yeah, we're really backpacking your
Yeah.
channel at this point, because everyone knows we're so big.
How
Okay.
weird would that be if this actually like got off the ground,
That would
started-
be quite weird, eh?
started making like money off of
Oh,
that?
don't ring the bell! Don't ring the bell! You gay!
You
gay!
You
Oh.
should have disabled the bell.
Well, I was going to, but then somebody saw me, so I thought I'd run away. Oh no! Oh no! I hate it when this happens because they all run towards the bell and they completely leave the flanks open. It sucks. It's actually super nice, but it means you missed the bonus objective. Oh well. Okay.
We're gonna take out the.
Yeah, I'll take out the shooter. It's only smart. Oh, please don't fall off. Don't do it, don't do it.
Bye.
Don't do it. Come on. Yes,
Yes.
well done. That
Good
was the
for
right
you.
decision. That was the right decision. I'm proud of the decision that you made. Yeet. Pretty sure no one will have seen that. They'll find his body and they'll be very confused.
That guy.
Oh, well,
Saw
he's...
nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty far. It's pretty rainy. Right.
It's not you looking.
You're like semi-invisible in corn stalks. It's honestly a little bit annoying.
Really? Are you
Corn
only
stalks
semi-invisible?
don't really work. Bushes, you're like totally invisible, but corn stalks, you're invisible until they get close to you. It's a little bit frustrating. Corn stalks are not dependable. They are
Throw money at
unfaithful.
them. Throw them.
Yeah, indeed. Here, let's do it this way. Run away.
But-
Kill everybody else for me. That's the pro strat. Are you gonna move?
Are you gonna?
Just gonna go berserk on the haystack over there?
Oh, okay. I
We'll
guess we
slide.
can slide under it.
I did that in paintball because I'm cool. Yes, Brendan and I had a lovely paintballing experience a little while back. I decided to turn it into a cinematic game.
Right.
So I spent the entire time vaulting and sliding unnecessarily because it just seemed like the right thing to do.
And then you should have waited that game out. You had no ammo.
I had a game. I had no ammo left, but
You made
it was
him
1v1.
think that he did.
I made the guy think I had ammo. I had suppressive fire. Like, I had him pinned down, just dry firing, and just
And then
counting on his fear of paint. Okay, so I would just dry fire over the top of my cover, and he would hide. And then I just kept advancing and advancing on him, and shooting nothing at him, and he kept ducking, and I would run closer to him. And I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was thinking that I would, like, get there and like choke him out or steal his gun and shoot him with it, or like just walk up behind him and be like, call mercy right now, and even no, there was no paint in my gun. You know, I was thinking I'd make something work.
But no.
But then the ref says 1 minute left, and I was like, wait, 1 minute left? You're telling me that I can just wait this one out and tie? Like, I'm down for that. So then I'm like, oh, so all I have to do is run away and then tie this game. And so the moment I started running away, he shot me in the back and I died. And it was like, I'm pretty sure to this day that I would have won the game if I had just kept advancing on the guy, because I kept shooting nothing at him and advancing successfully somehow, and it was working really well for me. And yeah, sneakity sneak, boys, sneakity sneak.
And then that was my first time ever paintballing, and I'll tell you right now, I will probably never do that again.
Brennan had a very stressful experience paintballing,
which is actually really weird, because I'm pretty sure I was actually, if I wasn't so scared of it, I'm pretty sure I was actually really good at it. But
he would have been quite fine, but he decided to be afraid.
No. I mean, to be fair, it helped me one time. One time I just hid behind a corner.
Completely useless.
These two other people went beside me, scared my mind, and then I just shot them in the back. So
yeah, you know, that did work out for him the one time.
Actually, well, I didn't try it again, but
no, indeed.
I think we went into a different arena that didn't have areas like that.
Something.
Also, the two people that did it knew it at that point.
True. We only had so many guys paintballing, so the same mistakes were only made a number of times. Can I not pick up this weapon because I'm in the corn stalks? Ah, there we are.
And then what else? There was...
Wow, it's getting really hazy in the rain, boys. I kind of like this.
I was surprised how easy it was to aim with paintball guns.
They are rather effective, and if you don't try and use the terrible sights, you can kind of shoot a stream and just follow the stream, you know? But, it is a waste of ammo, but it is the way a number of people play. They're not inherently so inaccurate, you know? They're not so bad.
I think it's also funny when you play...
You know, I appreciate that this bonus objective is do not swim, not do not get wet, because do not get wet would cause a small problem for me. I'll be honest with you. I would have a certain complaint if it was do not get wet at this particular point.
The one thing I always love about the fact that I play Halo is that most other people don't play Halo anymore, they mostly play Call of Duty. Is that I notice that people who play Halo have a more innate sense of like levels and sights.
Well, it's a more tactical game in the sense that I find, especially if you play SWAT, it's more about the headshot. And so it's more about lying in wait, finding cover, having your angles, whereas COD is more speed and reaction time.
Thank goodness.
I honestly don't play too much of the non-SWAT, like the classic Slayer modes, and so I can't really speak to that. But I have found SWAT to be a very interesting tactical kind of sub-stealth experience.
Yeah. Anyway, most people don't do that, so when I went paintballing, as much as I sucked at paintballing, or I was scared of my mind of paintballing, it was actually quite easy to flank people.
It is, yes. The angles are applicable. I did many years of airsofting, so paintball comes pretty easy, but...
Yeah.
I prefer airsoft as an exercise.
What's the difference? Is airsoft just...
Airsoft moves a lot faster and a lot farther, and you have a lot more damage. So it's a little bit more like a gun in the sense that you can shoot shoot more accurately from farther away.
Where is that?
It follows a more direct line, but you also can have about 300 rounds in your magazine.
Make yourself scarce,
so you can do a lot of shooting.
The militia will be here any minute. I'm sure they will have questions.
What about you?
I'm a devoted housekeeper.
Right.
But you're not staying. Why don't you just run? Why is she staying?
Why is she staying? Oh, because she has cover and she's going to make sure that Benjamin Franklin doesn't fall into the hands of the Templars. Because, I don't know if you noticed while we were talking, Shay and Hope pretended to be Templars.
Yeah, I know, I remember that.
So, she doesn't want him to fall into the hands of actual Templars who will inform him that we are indeed not his friends. Oh, you can go get that shanty if you want.
Alright, let's get...
Where
is the shanty?
Hope will be expelled.
It's over
there you go.
If you left, yeah.
Keep your brown face on your shoulder while you march.
Does that mean anything? I don't really speak British, not gonna lie. I struggle with the language of British every once in a while because I think I speak English and then I hear a song written by an English singer, and I enjoy the song just fine. But they say these incredible things that I don't understand, and they're always losing their heads and all these magical phrases, and I just wonder what's going on. There's one song in particular, Helpline, by a guy, Muramasa. Shout out to him, he's great. But he describes in Helpline how he can't remember, he had this crazy party at his house, and then he later goes on to say that he can't remember when he got back home. And I go, well, when did you leave home, first of all? Because I thought the party was at your house. When did that change? You know, and then he later goes on to describe how he can't find his phone when one of the initial moments in the song is his phone ringing. And you know, that kind of amazed me too. There are a number of things in that song that kind of blow my mind, and I wonder, is English the same language? I'm not sure I've determined yes or no. Yeah.
British accents are also very hard to get.
It depends.
Mostly because
yeah.
it's right in the middle of every other accent.
It's true.
So every time I try to go into a British accent, it usually goes into something more like this, maybe a bit Australian, and then might go into like, I don't know, Scottish, or Irish. It doesn't say British
Irish
for long.
very quickly, lad. You know, you try to be English, but you end up being Irish because they're so far superior. I didn't say that. But I mean, really,
But it's in the middle of like all of them.
It is a bit hard. Well, because they're all just kind of poor adaptations of British accents, you know.
Yeah.
And so in that sense, it's a little bit hard to keep out of those veins.
Plus, one thing about accents, like finding a safe word a lot of the time, like a word that you might go backwards,
you know,
like Patrick.
Patrick is a very easy safe word. I always say when I'm using different words, I always have a safe word. So I'll go back to Patrick for Irish, and I'll go back to if I'm going to use a Mickey Mouse voice. Oh boy is a safe word I like to use, you know. So or Mickey or the clubhouse. So if I'm Mickey Mouse and we're gonna have a good game in the clubhouse. Oh boy. It's just, you know, oh boy, really gets you back in, because after a couple of lines, you start to kind of drift away from the Mickey Mouse voice, and then, oh boy, and it just brings you back to where you need to be.
It's almost like I can't say this for sure, but Andy Serkis's Gollum, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried his best to perfect the word precious, since it would be a very good safe word.
Precious, and I'm sure his even his little Gollum sound, is something that helps him kind of stay on target with that voice. I think that's something a lot of actors do. You may find that if you're trying to go to the subjective, you have to get back to your ship, but it might be useful to check the map. I'm not so sure. Yes, Batman. Oh, Batman's getting dominated.
Ooh, bye!
Batman killed the guy. Batman is edgy. I never thought that would look particularly fatal, or like even like a knockout. You know, you just kind of hit the guy, sort of. I'm not even so convinced that you do.
What the?
You arm tackle him around the neck, and then he's knocked out. And I've always been a little bit confused, I must say. Oh, bye.
Yeah, he did. Where are you throwing that?
Yeah, who are you fighting?
Oh,
because you knocked the British guys out instead of killing them, so he must be killing them. That's unbelievable. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ow.
Hey! No, you shut your face.
Buddy. Nice.
Hey, you shut your face!
You shut your face!
See, the one accent or one style of voice I just can't get is Samuel Jackson.
True.
Most because it actually just feels so harsh.
True, I don't know.
It's like I honestly feel like a bad person every time I do it.
It's true. I don't remember asking you a damn thing. Ah, yes, you survived the wolf. I'm greatly proud of you.
Is there still another wolf here? Will the sign go away when all the wolves are gone?
No. It's just a wolf area. That's my thing with the hunting in this game. It's a little bit funny. There's a specified animal area, you know? It weirds me out a little bit, I must say.
Oh, we're gonna need to get some gear to hunt whales.
True.
If I'm correct, I feel the next objective is on.
I think it's on a different
yeah.
island, yeah, so you gotta get back to the ship.
I wish they would just direct you to your ship whenever you had to go to a new
Yeah,
objective.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not that big of a deal. You just look at the map. It's not.
No, you just have to check. But I did have some experiences playing this game when I was 12 and spending a long time on an island trying to figure out how to get past this impassable wall. Just discovered that wall was an invisible barrier placed by Ubisoft to direct me back to my ship.
Yeah. Also, what was the? Oh, thanks, boat, for getting me back to my ship.
Yeah, right. Wow.
What was the first Assassin's Creed game you ever played?
Yeah, I think the first game I played, and
Like-
a matter of pride for me, was Assassin's Creed 1. I'm not particularly old as far as gamers go, and so it wasn't that I played it when it came out, but when I was probably 8, I picked up on the Assassin's Creed franchise, and the first game I played through was AC1. My older brother wouldn't let me play any other game first, and I look back and appreciate that, because to start at the beginning was an experience that I'll always kind of really treasure.
Also, the fact that you can't really go back to that.
It's true. It's pretty hard to go back because the controls, by
Comparative.
comparison, they worked great for that game. They were fun. AC2, incredibly fun game, incredibly good game, worth completing 100%. The replay value for me is pretty low simply based on the controls, because trying to compare them to Origins or the patched up Unity or whatever newer game, it's hard because it's just not nearly as smooth as those older games. And so I'm happy to have played AC1 first. I think really the next game I went on to play was probably Revelations, and then I had played AC2 but never really completed it, and then I played AC3 and then went back to AC2, which was still a doable jump back at that point. Played AC2, enjoyed it. Brotherhood I played a little bit too late, and I wonder if that doesn't factor into me not liking it so much.
Yeah.
Black Flag must have been next, and then I played Rogue before Unity or Syndicate actually, because I didn't have a PS4 for a while there, so I played Rogue on my 360. It was a great, fun experience, very similar to AC3 or Black Flag in that sense. And then Unity I really enjoyed. Once I finally did
Yeah.
get around to getting the PS4, it was already patched up to kind of a usable degree, and I really enjoy Unity as a game. Syndicate's alright. I find it to be a little bit... It feels almost a little bit off-brand. I'm not sure if... there. It feels not so aligned with the Assassin's Creed games, just in terms of the Brotherhood being so small and run by basically two kids who don't seem to really care about anything but killing Templars. And it works because they're trying to free the city. It's not that I don't think they're noble people. It's just there's not much going on in terms of the Brotherhood. Or the development of the Brotherhood, But, oh boy, fire. Fire.
Wow.
I was secting. If you hold O, you'll go under the water, and then I think it'll call you incognito and you can heal. But, watch out for your breathing bar while you're down there. But yeah, it's, Unity, Syndicate I enjoy rather well. Origins has got to be probably my favorite Assassin's Creed game. Origins, Unity, and AC1 I think are kind of my three as it happens. And
Yeah.
Rogue is one that I definitely really enjoy. It's short, it's sweet, it's got a lovely character in Buddy Patrick. But, I do enjoy the game.
So, Rogue is your favorite of the original?
No, I mean, of the originals, in the terms of nostalgia and just the value of my first playthrough, I really loved AC1. But I must say, in terms of if we can clump all of those older games together, as in starting the next kind of step at Unity, then sure, in terms of replay value, Rogue has got to be my favorite. Like, if you told me I had to go play an old Assassin's Creed game, I'd go play Rogue, if you can kind of...
And here we are.
And case in point, yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
So...
I think the first one I ever played was AC3.
Yeah.
Well, that's not entirely true. The first one that I ever played as in I picked up a controller and played an Assassin's Creed game was at PAX in 20... Let's see, it's 20... dang I can't do simple math. 2016. They had a gaming section set up just with a bunch of consoles. You could pick up games. It's quite cool. Was AC Syndicate, I think.
Okay.
And then afterward, I got home, and then I had some games downloaded with gold.
Sure.
I wasn't aware that I was allowed to play them because I wasn't yet able to play a lot of M-rated games besides Halo. So I asked my dad, and then he said I was able to play the games as long as I turned off the blood violence.
Sure.
And then the first one I decided to play was AC3. And it was a good first game to go through. It's very simple.
Honestly,
I didn't
yeah.
Even though there was RPG mechanics, I could easily ignore them.
It's true, yes. You can
The
ignore the crafting completely.
Yeah. The story was. It's an interesting story to follow.
Yep.
I remember. I think
Straightforward enough.
halfway through AC3, I thought I might have changed it up a bit. And I'll do a bit of Revelations. I think.
Yeah.
Is the one. So I also had that one downloaded
One of my
with
favorites
gold.
in terms of story, at least.
So I did that one, but for some reason the story just didn't have the same drive behind it.
Okay. Fair enough.
I found, or maybe it was Brotherhood. Maybe that's why there wasn't that much drive.
Could
But for me personally, it felt like I was just. It felt like I felt like the main missions felt like side missions, which
Okay.
is something that.
Sure. Yeah, and sometimes older games have that effect.
Yeah.
You know, everything feels a little bit off-brand.
Might have been Brotherhood.
Yeah, who knows? I
Yeah.
wouldn't bet either way necessarily, but yeah. No, and honestly, the purists will be angry, but I don't know. I've been playing Assassin's Creed for a long time now. I'm sure I'm entitled to an opinion.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not.
Right
But
close by the harbor. I might have visited the sisters once or twice.
Given your
But-
present knowledge of the site, this
what I can say is that I think AC3 is a good game to start on.
Yeah.
You know, if you're starting nowadays, if you're new to the series, AC3 is not a bad spot to start. It's simple, the mechanics are simple. There's depth to it if you want, and you can play it as
I would say.
shallow as you like.
And I think, in my opinion, of all the ones I've played, I think it has some of the best set pieces, like action set pieces. The big revolutionary battles are really fun to go through.
Yeah.
Most of the time because half of them take place in towns,
Sure.
which means getting around the levels is actually quite interesting and fun.
Buildings and things falling apart, and
Yeah.
and this mission coming up, which we'll probably
Yes.
have to dip into our next level. Escaping the earthquake is a very lovely mission. The cinematics are very.
I think this is also one of my favorite.
And I'm not spoiling anything because the Lisbon earthquake was historical fact. It's a thing that happened. So if you know your history, you already knew. But nobody knows their history.
Did
so
you know that going into the game, or were you
I actually
also-
did. I was aware of the Lisbon earthquake. I had no idea that it would take place in the game.
Oh, so
But-
so when the game showed, like you didn't.
No,
you
once
didn't hear about
once
it
the
in
game
advance.
told me that I was going to Lisbon in 1755, I went, oh boy. Because I was like, no, Lisbon falls apart this year. There's no way they're ignoring that.
It'd be funny if they did give the
If
game.
they-
6 months later, there was a huge earthquake.
Oh,
guy.
by the way, you know that town you were in? It's completely leveled now. It's not even there. I would have almost appreciated it. It would have been funny. Oh, you gotta take that screenshot. Where's the controller? Oh, I missed it.
I'll just get it in the.
Yeah, well.
I'll get it in post. Reminder to a person who is editing this, which
Indeed.
is me. Take a
Quick
screenshot
reminder
of
to
that.
me.
Of that nice little moment there.
Screenshot that nice cinematic
All right. So
Alright.
we're gonna call it for this time, but next episode we're gonna go.
Lisbon earthquake.
Yeah.
No earthquake.